for. She hits it hard. Third baseman makes a good play. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
But she put a glove on that quick. I give her credit on that one.
Morgan Kivel hits a little pop fly over. Their second baseman makes a play. We got 2 down. We are in the bottom of 2 with 2 outs. We got Danny Pellinger, our right fielder, coming up to the plate. Danny's had a heck of a freshman year so far.
Yeah, she's grown a lot in a short time.
No score?
No score, 0-0.
She does not like that one on the inside. Shies it off. Kevin, did you get us some internet?
I did. I got some internet. You're back on.
We're back live.
You have to go back to one now. It's called Take 2.
Take 2. Okay.
So
here we are.
I'll put a note in Take 1 to have people go to Take 2.
All right.
Where they can find us.
Well, we appreciate you
Yes.
getting us up and running.
There
Perfect.
you go.
So Danny Pellinger grounds out. So we lost internet. We don't have hardwire internet here at the high school. And we tried everything. Kevin Westhouse has more Wi-Fi devices up here than I'd say it's a baker's dozen.
Yeah, he's doing the thing.
He's got Wi-Fi. I don't even know how he knows what he's hooked up to, but it's rolling now.
It's like the old days when your dad used to tell you to go grab the rapid ears in the back of the TV.
Right.
Yep,
Stand over there. Put some tinfoil on it.
Moving the TV around, adjusting it on Saturday morning. But so if we missed the broadcast. It's been a heck of a defensive and pitching game so far. So we are in the top of the 3, and
we are scoreless.
Yeah, we're scoreless. No hits, no errors, all of that.
One hit. Lily Burke had a leadoff hit.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Lily Burke had a leadoff hit, but didn't end up coming around on the bases.
Right. I'm just looking at the 6 outs and forgetting that already.
It's all right.
Yeah. But,
so,
definitely.
We had a lot happening up here, but now we are hopefully rolling steady with some good internet. Hopefully you're joining us.
And the Wildcats have played well in the field. We've had a 1-6-3 double play. We had a nice line drive catch by Danny Pellinger. Mo Kivel made a nice ground out play, and Georgia Bankston made a play.
Audra's throwing her unhittable right there.
Yep, that was unhittable.
That was her unhittable. She got the sign for that. She executed it, and now we're going to move on. Throws one.
So we've got
Tell your viewers to text their friends and let them know it's at Take 2.
All right. We're being told that we're at Take 2, so if you're online and you're watching Take 2, tell your friends, get them all on the right video, so we have viewers in the right place.
Yeah, now I know what my mother-in-law says when I say, just click on that link I sent you at 11 o'clock this morning, and you'll be good.
Yeah. Well, it didn't work.
So we got
but here we are.
1-1. Nice. This is Jordan Oman, the designated player, up to bat. Nice, and she strikes her out. I think that's the second K of the game for Aderman.
Perfect. If you are watching and you have want to say hi or drop in a comment, feel free to do that. We can give you a shout out. We are also giving a baller of the game, so if you have recommendations on that, we are open and hearing all that is suggested.
Nice pop up. So Megan McMahon, the second baseman, pops up to Schwantz. And Schwantz is, unless it's out of the fence, she thinks she's got it. So
she'll go get it.
She goes, she covers all kinds of ground.
Back, forward, and sideways, that's for sure.
And, so their number 9 hitter, Addison Hasse. So she's a slapper. And she's got some speed.
Sure.
She hit, you can see, some, we saw her Tuesday night. They got the infield moved in.
Yep. I'm going to eat that up a little bit. Nicely executed.
Nice job, Ava Larson.
Absolutely.
And you could tell Ava knew she didn't have a second.
Right,
to,
yeah. Small hesitation, but she made up for it.
She gave Mo a second to get on the base, and So that'd be a 5-3.
Nice quick inning on that one as well. This might be the fastest 3.5 innings I've come across.
Yeah, Menomonie's been through their order. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Great defensive plays.
Absolutely.
A couple strikeouts in there. So this is super exciting. Now we just got to get on the hitting train like we were the last half of Tuesday night's game, and I think we'll have a pretty good crack at blowing this out.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can get something going.
And what is Menomonie? Are they third in the conference?
I actually don't know what their standings are. Let me show you what I do have.
I think it's Chippewa and New Richmond are kind of tied.
I think you're probably right. And actually, Menomonie split with Chippewa. They beat them 7-2 last week.
Right.
So that I feel like you don't see that in our conference very often, where Chippewa takes a loss like that. And they also split with Rice Lake in their first conference games.
Yeah.
So.
No, in the last 2 years, we were the only team to beat Chippewa.
Yeah.
Last year.
They hadn't taken a conference loss in
26 games, I think it was.
It was a pretty high number.
So Alexis Ralston, left fielder, is up to bat to lead off the Wildcats in the bottom of 3.
I'm seeing more people join us here. We have Mr. Kevin.
Get down.
Got
Shoot.
us our Wi-Fi back. He said, I'm on plan C. I think we finished on plan E, but the man figured it out. Good thing for him.
So Ralston, kind of maybe a lazy line drive out to right field.
Putting barrels on a ball, though. Can't complain about that.
Yeah, we don't have one strikeout yet. We got a pop up by Ava Larson to their second baseman. Now we got the designated player, number 13, freshman Sydney Kivel, up to the plate. She takes kind of a low on the outside corner strike looking.
Paul, eventually I'm going to be settled in here. There's just so many things happening right now. I apologize.
I was
We're gonna go.
say I had no plans I would be talking this much.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm ready. I'm ready to roll.
We could. I see Melissa Wilson is here. Long time softball board member, huge Wildcat supporter. She's
Absolutely.
on the what do they call them, the bench warmer
I was gonna
broadcast
say,
show.
and a veteran on the broadcast.
And that's so fun to listen to that crew.
They are hilarious.
And
good at what they do.
They know that I'm a big popcorn guy. I've got the old Johnny's popcorn maker in my basement.
I've heard stories about your popcorn maker.
So I text them pictures during the game because Melissa's a huge popcorn fan,
Yes,
and
she
I'm
is.
just like just enjoying your broadcast. Thanks, guys.
That's hilarious. Little blooper to second base there takes us to the end of that inning.
So that'd be kind of a line drive fly out to the left field for 1 out, and then 2 lazy pop-ups to the second baseman. Both teams, we're finished with 3 here, and we've had 9 batters exactly for each team.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like that.
Yeah, this is interesting.
We had
It's a little different than their last game.
Yeah.
We
that
finished
was
with 12 hits and 11 hits. River Falls had 12 and Menomonie had 11. River Falls ends up losing by 1.
But
now
it could
we're just trying to get base runners.
Yeah, now it'll get a little more interesting. Everybody kind of got the nerves shook off.
Yep.
Everybody saw the pitcher once, so you're coming around for the second time.
1-2, ready to go.
So for Menomonie, we have Sierra Off, the center fielder. She's actually the backup pitcher, I believe, too. She came in a little bit the other night.
Sure.
Looks like a little
Just
high.
a little upstairs, I guess.
Nice. Little high, but right on the outside corner, and I guess low enough for a strike. That'd be a tough pitch to hit if she can keep it there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good placement. Jordan's looking for that one. Didn't quite get it.
Yep. Yeah, it seems like they work the outside corner a lot.
Yeah. I think Audra likes to throw there. Scoops it up. We go 3-1.
Must have been a big play
I was just going to say the baseball.
over on the baseball field.
Baseball side just went crazy. Now our middles are looking for that double. Hoping for a ground ball on the inside.
So we get the lead off batter on. We got no outs. Olivia Sample, the catcher, wouldn't be surprising for see her lay one down.
Sure.
You'd think the corners would maybe move in a little bit.
Yeah, they want to get runners in scoring position, especially if the game's going to continue like it started. It might be a few opportunities, so take advantage where you can.
Must be a little low.
Just a little bit.
We'll have to remember to do some ads at the end of
yeah, we'll have to talk about our sponsors now that we are settled in with some good internet. That one dies right in the dirt, sticks. Schwanze can't quite get a glove on it, so we have runners on first and second.
Next up, number 21, Emma Dean.
Yeah, she had to charge that.
Yeah.
She'd have been stuck in no man's land if she
Just
didn't.
caught the top of it and it died right there in the dirt, so nothing you can do about that except try to get the next one here.
So we got their 3-hitter up, Emma Dean, the third baseman.
It's a good,
We need
good
that.
start.
Nice job at Jordan.
Jordan gets good position under that and controls the spin, gets us an out. That's a big one.
That is a big out. Get their 3-hitter out on a little pop-up.
Yeah.
So now we got Jaden Stoof, the shortstop.
Audra brings one. She
Oh,
sneaks through the 5-6 hole underneath Ava's glove. A little bit of hesitation on that runner at third base. I think coach maybe wanted to send her a little bit. She wasn't so sure, so we ended up with bases loaded.
Loader brings up number 8, Amanda Holziger.
Got one out. Hoping to work out of a jam here.
that would-
Control,
that could have
control
been
the tempo.
could have been a good double play there.
Could have been.
Potential.
We've had a few where we were maybe a little bit in a hurry. Things got away from us here, so hopefully they can settle back in. That's a good starting pitch, but maybe the umpire didn't agree.
So we got bases loaded with Holtz-Eder, the first baseman, up, and she did hit a home run Tuesday night.
We're hoping to avoid that situation with bases loaded. I'll take that pitch. Working towards that goal there.
Yeah, last at bat she struck out. That'd be nice to see that again.
Audra's in the circle looking to help herself a little bit, try to get one. Avoid any situations where we get runs across the plate.
Yeah, I would think there'd be some potential for a double play here, too.
Yeah. I mean, you got forces anywhere. You got a home to one option. You got up the middle option. I also like that she's humming them in there, trying to get one on her own. So any of those outcomes are desirable.
Yeah, definitely throwing with more confidence
For sure.
than Tuesday, for sure.
It's good to see her shake that with just a day overturned or turnover too. Or whole new game. She doesn't carry that with her. That's a good thing to have.
Is this 2-2 or 3-2?
You know, it's a great question, Paul. These are things I should know. That's awkward.
That was 3-2.
So it was 3-2.
So that's a base on balls.
number 12, Macy Marlette.
It's still only 1 out.
1 out. Hoping for a short memory on that, coming back, finding that zone. Let the defense do its job.
Nice!
Calls her out at first base.
Cats turn a double play on Marcy Marlett, the pitcher. That would have been a classic 4-6-3,
Yeah.
right?
Georgia gave a nice little flip to the shortstop cover in 2. Schwanze uses that cannon. What, she got like a 70 exit velo on that arm? I would put money on that.
I'm not standing back there
And
with a
then,
radar gun, I know
yeah,
that.
And gets her at first.
Yeah, she really let that one go, too, and she didn't have much time.
No, she let her fly. And Kibble at first made a nice little reach for it.
Yeah,
Give her the extra seconds that she needed.
So Menomonie comes up with 1 run. Yeah, I guess we'll have to look on game changers for hits and errors.
Yeah.
I'm not judging that.
We'll let Coach Olson in the dugout. Jess
Yep.
Olson is your official game changer for these games at Peg Aderman Field. So we'll have to take it up with them. We got a handful of fans loving the music. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
We got a lot of people down there kind of bopping around and enjoying it for a good reason.
One of my longtime buddies lives up in Hammond. I just see strolled in. That's he's a college buddy, so that'll let you know how old he is.
Sure. Thought he'd make the venture on the good,
Yeah,
good weather.
Kevin
day.
Johnson and his girlfriend Debbie Tradewell are down there. Debbie's really big into the River Falls gymnastics.
Okay.
Been a big part of that program. So we got Lily Burke.
I like to call her Becky with the big hair.
Yeah, I mean,
Hoping she has another day like she's been having.
and Coach calls her the Diesel, the
Yeah,
Cadillac. I mean, I think I'd call her the Clubber.
Yeah. The hammer.
Oh shoot, pop up. Oh, they can't.
That might get a new shot for her.
Yeah, they
So,
couldn't see it. It looked like the first baseman lost it in the sun.
It's a tough turn for the first baseman going back over the base. It's a long way to go for somebody who's playing up the middle like the second baseman is.
Yeah, and she went a long way. She
Yeah.
wasn't that
and
far
the right
away.
fielder is deep, rightfully so. So that was just that was a tough position for that ball to be to get an out.
Oh,
She hits one square up the middle.
yes, she did.
Pitcher has all she can do to just react. I'm not sure if it hit her. She's
I think it
kinda
hit her.
holding her glove
I think
a
it hit her
little bit,
leg.
so
Looked like it hit her leg, but
I think she's trying to shake one off there.
you talk about exit velocities.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have no idea what that was, but it
I
was
don't know,
fast.
fast, a lot.
Right.
A lot.
Ian, you mentioned their outfielders, and they've taken a couple steps in now, but I
Yeah.
noticed last week also, or last Tuesday when we played them, when Lily was up and Jordan were up, they were just about standing on
Yeah.
the fence.
Yeah, they've done their homework then. They
Yeah.
know what
Yep.
they're up against.
So we got Jordan Bankston coming up to the plate,
Cool.
our second baseman, the two-hitter. Wouldn't last time she was up, we bunted, and she made had a really nice bunt, but it just unfortunately we ended up with 2 outs in it.
She's looking to lay another
Oh,
one down.
nice again.
She gets it down. Berkey holds at 2 this time, so Georgia again does her job.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want her to do. We got
For
two big sticks coming up behind here now. We got one of the fastest players there is in the conference on second base.
Absolutely.
It'd be hard to say just a base hit will score.
Absolutely. Jordan's got a couple options here. She can hit a gap shot. She can hit a sac fly. She can move Berkey in a handful of ways.
Well, and when they're playing that deep, it makes the gaps a lot bigger.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I mean, it looks huge out there.
It sure does. She's looking to go yellow to yellow, that's for sure.
Looks like they're trying to pick on the outside part of the plate. Jordan's a pretty crafty hitter. It would not surprise me to see her hit that right center gap if they throw another one of those.
Yeah, she can go get it. She's playing disciplined right now, though. She's looking for the one she wants to hit. She's got a 2-1 count.
And she's smart. I think she's leading the team with 7 walks.
Yeah. Yeah, she's definitely a team at bat kid. Looking for what's ideal situationally.
Got a little flare that came over back behind us, and hopefully didn't hit anybody at the baseball field.
It didn't. It bounced over the bleachers, but brings Jordan with a 2-2 count. Looking to defend, split the plate, and hit one hard somewhere. There's that
Tag,
right side,
right?
Which is a great spot for that ball for Berkey to advance to third. That's a team at bat, Paul.
Yes, it is.
That was. She did a job for the better of the team.
Oh, they're walking her.
Intentionally walking Jordan Schwantz to put them in a 1st and 3rd situation with 2 outs. That's an interesting choice.
It is, yeah.
I don't blame them, but I know that makes Schwantzy really upset because she wants to hit the ball.
Yeah, well, I think I started coaching Mo Kivel when she was about 9, and she is, she's got the competitiveness.
Yeah, she does.
She would not surprise me for her to really get into one.
I would love to see intentional walks for the pitcher to have to throw to the batter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just an element of the game, you know, where pitcher's got to have that control. Kivel's hoping to make that decision, maybe make him regret that decision a little bit. Hits it to the right side, but doesn't quite get beyond the right fielder.
So we end up with 2 base runners on 1 hit and an intentional walk.
And we're cruising into the 5th already.
Yep, top of 5.
You better tell us a little bit about
boy.
our sponsors here, Paul. Tell us something.
Yeah, so Cud Realty, Property Executives, thank you for sponsoring the broadcast for high school softball. We very much appreciate it. So if you're looking to buy or sell a house, give Team Cud a call. We've also got Cheryl and Dave Ditteman, owners of Johnny's Bar since 1946. They haven't actually owned the bar since 1946. That's when Johnny's Bar started, but popular spot and huge supporters of the youth softball and the high school softball. We've also have River City Stitch. You can get just about anything you need. You want a T-shirt with your picture on it. You want a T-shirt that says "I love Hudson," like Greg Peters has. You can get one of those. Leah and I just have River Falls shirts, but they've also got a store in Prescott, and thank you, River City Stitch, for sponsoring softball, and they're also sponsors of a super cool T-shirt called Baller of the Game. So at some point during this game, Leah and I will have to, if we win the game, we'll pick out an outstanding player of the game and interview them after the game, and they'll get a T-shirt.
If you see something and you want to throw one in the comments, we're open to suggestions. Who we got up here, Paul?
Oh, good question. Looks like Jordan Oman, the designated player.
Okay.
It's number 4, right? Yep.
She takes the ball for her first pitch there.
And the Cats are behind 1-0, top of 5.
Looking to make quick work of it like we have so we can get in there and score some runs. It's a very, very different scene than it was on Tuesday in terms of score, game pace, weather. We're about the polar opposite of everything.
Yeah, this is probably, I would say, the nicest day.
Absolutely.
The nicest day, at least, that we've had a game.
Yeah.
It's beautiful out here, but we are protected from the wind. But I see a lot of kids in T-shirts, too.
Yeah, there's some kids running around in T-shirts and shorts, and it's good weather.
Close, but 2-1, 3-1. low for ball 4. Jordan Oman, the designated player, walks.
Number 6, Megan McMahon.
It's tough. It's tough to have a leadoff walk because
Yeah.
a lot of times they come around to score. So we're hoping that our defense jumps in here and helps us out a little bit if she can get the ball. Jordan's going for it. I like
Yeah, good.
the aggressive mindset.
Good chance there, yep. And nice backup by Danny Pellinger, and Bankston was right in the perfect spot. They're looking to bunt maybe.
Yeah, that was good defensive shift.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when I mentioned there's people in T-shirts that, last year when we went up to Superior for a playoff game,
Yeah.
and I had my what I'd call my ice fishing jacket on, and there was kids from Superior in T-shirts and shorts.
Probably
so I guess
looking
it's
at
kind
you
of
like, what's wrong with that, man?
It's kind of relative to what you're
comfortable with.
comfortable with. Yeah, they were thrilled to death, and I was frozen.
We went down to Texas a few summers ago for a tournament, and you could definitely tell the Minnesota team from the Texas team.
Nice play by Bankston, kind of a lazy little
Great play.
pop fly line drive.
It's a good read.
Keep the runner at first. Now we've got the 9-hitter, Addison Hasse.
She's their slapper, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yep. Yeah, and I think we would have a tough time turning 2 on her.
Yeah, you gotta kind of get the run that presents itself, get the runner that presents itself. Ava scooped it up nicely last time. She goes with a little drag bunt there. Hoping our corners take note, go to school on that. The benefit is it went foul. Gives
Yeah.
a leadoff strike there.
You know, I don't really know a ton about pitching to a slap hitter, but I would think if you threw inside tight, it would help.
Yeah,
But then maybe outside they're leaning away from it too, so
Sure.
it's kind of both.
sure. I think it's tough. It's all about timing, right? Where's your defense going to shift to? Right now they're leaving that 5-6 hole open. You'd assume they're throwing inside. But it looks like it's going outside, so I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, we don't have the best angle up here at
Yeah, that's
Peg
fair.
Aderman Field.
We're a little offset from center, which makes things a little bit difficult.
Our angle's not perfect, and our internet is less than desirable.
But hey, we're out here crushing it. Jordan does a nice job keeping that one in front,
So
taking a good angle at that
I think
runner.
we got 2 and 2.
I'm going to stop feeding into you looking for me to tell you that you're right.
It's a question.
She hits one at Schwanze. Schwanze kind of bobbles it a little bit. Can't do anything with it.
Shucks.
She knew it too. You could see it right away. That one's tough for us to put 2 runners on like that.
Sierra Odd.
Benefit of that is we got forces on every base. So looking to hopefully get out of it without any damage.
Yeah, we got 1 out. Top of the order up. This is Sierra Hoff. She's actually pretty speedy, center fielder as well.
Yeah. Just missed that outside corner there.
Yeah, pretty interesting when you think about it's 1 zip, top of the 5th.
Yeah.
I think it was about 11-8 in the
Yep.
5th inning
think-
Tuesday night.
Yeah, 11-8 or 11-6, I remember thinking, oh boy.
Yeah,
And it was a very quick 11-6 because it was 11-2 before that.
right.
So Berkey got up and thought, now's a good time for a grand slam. So today's a little bit different ball game. Softball's funny in that way, though. You know, you could play a doubleheader and have polar opposite scores depending on who pitches where. And
Yeah, well, I think
Who's hitting
I think
when
Menomonie, when they played Chip, they might have lost like 9-0 and won 7-2
yeah,
in the same day.
softball's definitely a game that will do that to you.
Looks like a long fly ball. Lily Burke out in center
Berkey
field.
covers major ground, hits
Yes,
a great
she-
cut right
yes,
in line
she
with her
does.
third base. That runner at second thought, not a chance.
Yeah, well, and when you think about that, so if you're just here at the game, you don't necessarily notice all those things, but Lily ran a long way to catch
Yeah.
that. Jordan Schwantz and Ava were lined up perfectly.
Yep.
The throw hits the cut. I mean, that's exactly what
That
you
was
practice.
absolutely routine. Everything was executed the way it should have been. She found the fence, made a good play, took a good angle.
So we got the number 2 hitter up. She walked in the first inning. And I can't remember. Second inning, and we might have had a bobble ball. Or in the fourth inning, we might have a bobble ball.
Sure. We've had a couple of those that kind of got in our way. That one's hit to Alexis. She
Nice
gets right
job.
under it and makes it look easy for out number 3. So we're rolling into,
Rolling in the bottom of the 5.
yeah.
And, I mean, I got to, the bottom of our order, maybe it doesn't have the batting average. The top of our order does. But one interesting thing, if you look at, Lily Burke is our leader in RBIs,
Sure.
and she's batting first.
Yeah.
So
That's-
she's knocking in the bottom of the
Yeah.
order. So
Yeah.
I think a lot of our scoring issues that we've had is really just not getting the hit at the right time.
Yeah.
But I don't know this to be a fact, but looking at Lily's RBIs, I got a feeling the bottom of the order's been on the base at the right time.
Yeah. I would agree with that. And I think we play a little bit more small ball towards the bottom.
Yep.
And then just the stringing them together is what's key. They did a great job of that on Monday, and then they really had a rally back on Tuesday with some really timely hits and some good scoring, some good base running. So it's there. It's just we got to have both parts clicking at the same time, offensively and defensively.
So we are at the bottom of 5. We got Danny Pellinger, the freshman right fielder, up to the plate. She's been getting some good hacks on the ball.
Yeah, she's taking good cuts. She's attacking good pitches.
And she definitely doesn't look nervous.
No, she gets in there ready to hit. There was a couple times in the beginning of the season, I think there was some nerves, but she shook that real quick.
Yep.
Which is great. I love to see it. Takes a good hack at that first pitch there. She's definitely looking to put one in play. She hits that one hard up the middle. Center fielder has to drop step a little bit, but does make the catch.
Yeah, that must have been moving around a little in the wind. The
Yeah,
center
it's-
fielder has looked pretty stable to me in most cases, and she was kind of questioning that. That ball went a lot farther than I thought.
Yeah, she put a good barrel on that ball, straight up the middle, and the center fielder had to question it a little bit, but makes a good play. Another hard shot up the middle.
Oh, Alexis, nice ball. 2 outs.
Gets in attacking, hits it hard up the middle, but just right back at the pitcher that's able to get a glove on it. Self-defense in the moment, but it was a good play.
Right.
She takes the first called strike there. I think she was ready for it, but didn't like that it was inside, so she held off.
Oh, you know what? We have not updated this. Oh, you did update the
I just
scoreboard.
updated it,
Did
yeah,
you?
yeah.
I just saw that text
Yeah.
from Kevin. When I see his name pop up, I'm like, oh boy, are we getting fired already?
We can't all be as good as him, and we got a little flustered in the beginning, so I'm glad we're
Look-
finally getting settled in, and the game's going to be over.
Right. Ava Larson, sophomore third baseman, up. Looks like she hit the ball off her hands.
She takes a hack at it. That's foul ball.
Well, and when Kevin gives such a great intro about
Oh,
Menomonie
yeah,
traveling 68 miles straight
Yeah.
southwest down the highway, all that stuff, it kind of intimidates you right off the
I know.
bat.
I was like, well, shoot, now they have to listen to me?
Right.
This is a fail. She takes a hack at that one, goes down swinging for out number 3. Brings us to top of 6.
Wow. Well, we have had 2 base runners. We actually have 2 hits. Lily Burke has 2 hits. Is that right?
She's
Yeah.
got one for sure. You have the book. So
Yeah,
you
first
tell me.
inning. Yeah, she's got 2 hits. Those are our only hits. And other than that, Jordan Schwantz has walked. Other than that, we haven't had a base runner.
Makes it hard to get runners across the plate if we can't get
Yeah,
them on the bases.
2 innings left, and the pitcher is not overpowering us. In
Not at all.
fact, we only have 1 strikeout.
Just looking for those timely hits, like you were saying, and the stringing them together is the big part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Anthony Hengst is watching. He said Mr. Kevin Westhouse is the Wi-Fi king. Well, as far as it comes to setting all this stuff up, there is no question. He is
he's the
CEO, president. He is the SME. He's got it all.
Yeah, he is. It doesn't operate if he doesn't set it up or if Greg doesn't get it going.
Yeah,
doesn't run.
I was actually thinking about that last night. Greg Peters, he's up in Rice Lake watching his daughter run track, and got everything set up before we got here, and I would still be trying to figure out how to turn the computer on, right? So we are.
Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
Audra starts with a good pitch. She gets a leadoff strike there.
Nice.
So. Looking to take this one.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're in the top of the 6. We've got number 21, their 3-hitter, Emma Dean. She is the third baseman.
Takes a hack, hits it to JB. Makes it look routine, little 4-3.
Nice. I was a little nervous because that was an 0-2 pitch, right?
Yeah.
0-2 pitch, and
She said bet.
I think Audra said we're not taking a chance of walking anybody here. I am getting, it was a little bit on the outside corner, but
I do love a good 0-2 execution. But if you're humming, she says, let's just get this over with.
So we got their 4-hitter, Jaden Stauff, the shortstop, up to the plate with 1 out.
She hits a little blooper over Schwanzi's head, but she's going after it. Can't quite get it in her glove, but is right there on it. She covered some good ground.
I think it went a lot further than what I thought it was going to go for sure. And
Yeah,
I think
I thought she was going to get there, but just fell short.
I think the wind kind of kept pushing it. So we got a runner on first with 1 out. Good time for a double play.
It'd be great to see a third one of the night.
Yeah.
I would take that. I think Schwanzi's hoping for that too.
Yeah, she's kind of shading second base there.
She is. I don't know if they're expecting a steal situation or if she's expecting up the middle, but she's hungry for that
I think she
double.
shades so she's closer to the double play,
Yeah.
as would be my guess.
We got quite a 5-6 hole gap there, so we're hoping it pays off for him here.
Ooh. 2 balls right in a row there.
Got heads up coming from the baseball
Yeah,
field over there.
not a person looked.
Not a single one. There she answers with one.
So this is the 4-hitter, Amanda Holzeder. She struck out in the 2nd inning and walked in the 4th.
Hoping to keep the strikeouts alive here. She's wanting it. Going 2-2.
I must have got a better headset this time. That last time the headset, well, it could have been the game went a lot longer, but it was seemed a lot tighter.
Sure. Could be the one I was using. I tighten them right up because I can't. Otherwise they just fall off.
Oh.
That one sneaks over her glove. She puts it up to protect her face.
So a base hit for Holzeder.
So we got runners on 1 and 2 with 1 out.
Number 12, Macy Morley.
This would be their pitcher. She popped up to Kivel, and then this is the one that hit into the 4-6-3 double play. They don't look really all that low from up here, but they obviously are because he hasn't
Sure.
called one of them a strike.
He's been pretty consistent, though, I will say. I think he.
Oh, quick heads
I
up
think
play.
that was a great throw by Jordan. I think maybe Kivel was not quite expecting that.
Yep.
And so her position wasn't as good as it could have been.
Yeah, I
and
think we'd have had her.
I think we would have had her. Yeah, she caught her sleeping.
Well, you know, I mean, especially baseball guys that watch and will be like, "Oh, never throw behind the runner." But in
Yeah.
fast pitch, you can do it if you have
Yeah. And with nowhere to go with that runner on second base, like that's not a bad option to get that out.
I would do it all the time.
Because she's gonna be a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more less or a little less suspecting, I should say. So I appreciate that about Jordan going after that.
Nice.
Gets her chasing on the outside corner for out number 2. That's a big one.
That is a big out.
That was a good pitch. She had to chase that. She had to go get it to not leave it up to the umpire. I think she was maybe hoping to foul it off.
Yeah,
but
yeah, right.
Audra won that battle. We'll take that for out number 2.
So we got Jordan Oman, the designated player, up to the plate. 2 outs, runners on first and second.
With a leadoff strike.
Yeah, I would say Ederman probably looks as confident right now in this game as she has.
Good.
You know, Monday she looked confident, but not
Yeah, she
not
did.
not quite this
Monday
confident.
she was ready to roll. She was on one.
So we got
It is
0-2.
why she was baller of the game, to be fair. She's looking to take it to, that's a good 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Looking to take it back into the dugout and have her offense do some work here. Get them back in the ball game.
So just a reminder for you guys out there, we are looking for suggestions on who the baller of the game is. Nice job.
That's
Got her
excellent.
looking.
Yes, she did. So we go into bottom of 6 here. Looking for some runs.
Yeah, should we hit the all right. Hey, we want to take a second to thank our sponsors. Number one, and we were flustered from the beginning getting this Wi-Fi going, but
It's been a journey.
definitely want to thank First National Bank. You know, they sponsor all YouTube sports and you know, really keep the River Falls Broadcasting in business, as well as a lot of people that work there actually call a lot of games. And you know, I just saw Bo Herstein. In fact, he's right back there right now. He works at First National Bank, and you know, he has also got, I think he's announced boys basketball, girls basketball, football. I've ate a lot of popcorn listening to him.
He's a Wildcat fan through and through.
Yeah, he is, and just elected to the school board.
Absolutely.
But so the individual sponsors for the broadcast, Team Cud Property Executives, thank you very much. Cheryl and Dave Dintman at Johnny's Bar, thank you. And Callie at River City Stitch, River Falls and Prescott, thank you very much. So we are at 9. We're at our 9 hitter, Sydney Kivel, a freshman. Mo Kivel's younger sister. If you saw them standing next to each other, you wouldn't think she's the younger sister.
She's a little bit taller, isn't she?
Yeah, it's funny when they're skating in hockey because
Oh, I bet.
when you get the
Put 'em on
skates on, you
skates,
just
yeah.
even look that much bigger. So, ooh, we got 2-0. This will be big. We get our 9 hitter on front of Lily.
That's a good way to start an inning.
So top of the 6, 2-0 to Sydney Kivel. That was a good take.
That was a good take. That was an inside pitch that she would not have been on time for, so she let that one go. Hoping for something a little bit more middle.
Nice.
Takes another one that's spun up and in the zone.
Still looking for a sweet one here, though.
Absolutely. This is her, I mean, it's her count, 3-1. That one's going to go foul, and they won't get to it, so she'll get a new life here. For the full count, looking to put a ball in play and get a base runner on for Lily Burke.
I just got
Playing a little.
to answer a work email quick.
He's so important over here. So we got full count, payoff pitch here. What does she do with it? She hits it right back up the middle. Pitcher's able to grab it on the bounce and get it out at first base for the first out of the inning. Berkey's coming up ready to go. She's ready to go to work. In a position like this, it's important to remember when you're in the box that although you're only down by one, hitting together as a team is a lot better and a lot easier than just winning it all in one swing. So
Yes.
hoping we're taking the approach of base knocks and stringing them together versus trying to do it all with one ball, because that makes it hard.
Yeah, even a walk to Berkey would be huge.
Yeah, she's got good bats behind her. You know,
With her,
she's great on the bases.
yeah.
So
If we need one run, we want her on base.
we really got to be thinking team at bat mentality in this situation. She hits one hard at the shortstop, kind of takes her up, almost beats it out, but does get out at first base. The 6-3 play.
So really, two hard hit balls. Kibble
Yeah.
hit her ball hard. Lily hit her ball hard, but it's kind of been a little bit of the story of the game.
Yeah, right at somebody or a little bit on the ground. So just looking for that ball that squeaks by somebody, that clutch opportunity here. JB will step in and look for her option here.
Well, we've got something going
We
on
got
in
a
the outfield.
baseball in right field over there, so the right fielder goes over to pop it back over the fence.
I thought that guy dropped his can of Diet Coke over the fence there for a second.
He thought they need a break. I'm going to just toss this into play. So I think he called that pitch a ball.
Oh,
Ooh, that one hurt.
yep.
She takes one right off the hip bone there. We could hear the sound from up here.
Good. And
That's uncomfortable.
well, it probably wouldn't be so bad on me if I got hit there, but Georgia,
She's pretty tiny.
Georgia doesn't have a lot of extra.
Yeah, that's where Tina says we got ice. Tina,
So
our trainer, keeping good care of these kids.
With 2 outs, we've got our tying run at first base.
And a good stick coming into the box. So let's hope we can make this exciting.
I'd be interested to know where Peter's got this scorebook. It's a doozy.
You don't like it?
I gave him a good one.
I don't know. He pulled that one out last time.
Yeah, I
And we
think
used it.
it's all the groupers could afford.
Ah, I don't hate it. It'll do the work.
Son of a gun. Pop up to first.
Little blooper to the right side. Can she get underneath it?
She did.
does.
Shoot.
Well, we'll roll into top of 7, hope to hold them to 1, and then do the work in the bottom. You can see Coach Smith out there in the circle talking her through how do we get through the 7th inning and get to work.
Little Packer jump around here.
I think the Badgers are the jump around, not the Badgers.
Yeah, it's the Badgers. I'm not a Packer or a Badger fan.
Well, we forgive you. We all have our flaws.
Right. Yeah, I always feel bad about that because growing up for me, all the Vikings did was win. I moved to Wisconsin and raised my kids to be Viking fans, and then they had to endure the Packer wrath for the last 20 years.
Is that what we call a parenting fail? Is that how that
Right.
works?
Yeah, well,
I'm just kidding.
if that's as bad as it gets, if that's
You'll
my
take
number
it.
one, I'll take
yeah,
it.
you'll take it. I grew up 40 minutes from the stadium, so I am a Packer fan by default.
Well, during your lifetime, that's been a good run for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Boy, when you first look, this Menomonie dad down here looks like our athletic director,
I
David Crail.
have thought that a couple times when he was walking through. I was like, oh, but
Yeah.
it is not him.
Well, and every time I look down there, I keep thinking, well, that's interesting that Crail's talking to all the Menomonie parents.
Who does he know over there?
So, top of 7. Top of 7. Cats are down 1-0. It'd be really awesome to hold them here and give our offense one more last chance.
Looking to bunt, play some small ball. Ava fields it with a backhand, but foul. So that'll go as a strike for Audra. It's a good way to start here.
And this is their number 8 hitter, Megan McMahon, the second baseman. And I got a feeling she's pretty quick. We saw her make some plays there running behind first base where she covered some ground.
Got another heads-up baseball bonk on the roof here.
Nice play
Nice
by
bunt,
Kibble.
But a better defensive play there. Kibble, JB's in position. They're looking to get base runners, but our defense denied them that on that first batter.
She got their 9 hitter, Addison
She's
Haas.
their slapper as well.
Yes, yes.
So looking to defend that side on the 5-6 hole. Looks like she's looking to drag bunt a little bit there.
Outfield has moved in a little bit. Infield is in. You wouldn't expect her to get a lot of meat on the ball. She's just trying to get it and play and run.
Yeah, they're hoping to keep it in front. Audra throws a nice one there. Gets her to swing and miss.
So we got 1-1 with 1 out.
Yep. Looking for out number 2 here on their 9 hitter. She gets her swinging again.
This would be a big out. Keep her off the bases.
Yeah,
She's obviously
absolutely.
fast.
Especially with the top of their order coming up, hoping to keep them off the bases so they can't do as much with it. Then get back in here and go to work.
Oh.
That one tips off the bat, the glove, and the umpire's helmet.
Right. I'm just glad I wasn't down there. It hit everything that was close.
Right. And in the fence, those always get me. So 1 and 2 is your count. It's not a bad spot for that one. Now it's time to come back, throw something close, and sit her down, hopefully, Paul.
Yeah, no kidding.
She
Nice.
hits one to Ava. She does drop it, but fires over to first.
Son of a gun.
That's a tough play.
Yep,
She
it
had
was.
that one. She had her glove underneath it, but just the force of it, it popped back out. And couldn't quite get into position to throw it to first in time with as fast as that slap hitter is. So brings up the top of their order. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the center fielder.
It is center fielder, Sierra Hoth.
She made some good plays in the game on Tuesday.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, and she's fast, steady in the outfield for sure. I think she's a junior.
Okay. She takes a hack at the high ball. Alexis is coming in for it. Gets right underneath it and holds that runner at first base, which
That's
is
a big
huge.
out. It's a big out.
Brings up number 3, Olivia Sample.
So 2 we got. Olivia Sample. She ended up base on balls in the first inning, but then was out in that 1-6-3 double play. I think she got on an air in the 4th and flew out her next at bat.
That one will get a runner to second base with the ball over Jordan's head there.
Yeah, quick runner too.
Yeah,
Outfield's got to be catching anything that's in the air.
yeah, definitely gonna have to keep it in front. Delivers it, but just inside.
As a home team guy, I was really leaning
Yeah, trying
in,
to coach it in, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't effective, but I
No.
like the effort.
It was close.
It was a close corner.
Well,
So
that
you
must
got-
have been almost the exact same spot.
Yeah. It's not by much, but it is a little bit off the plate, I think. Again, angle from up here at Peg Aderman Field is not the best because our press box is a little off center, but that's a good pitch.
So we got full count.
I don't know if he said 3-2 or 2-2. It's hard to see the hand he's calling the ball on
Right.
because of that off center press box,
Right.
which we just talked about.
Oh,
So
must have been low.
that loads him up with a low pitch there. I'm sorry, puts her on first base with runners on first and second.
So force at any bag here.
Hoping to keep it in front, keep it inside. Got a big lead from that runner at second base.
Yeah, and this is their 3-hitter. She hit into a double play. She flew out to Jordan Torres, our catcher. She hit a ground ball to second base that I think was pretty hard.
JB scoops everything up over there. So that one goes a little bit low again. Looking to work out of it. Hard at JB,
Oh,
tips the
son
top
of
of
a
her
gun.
glove and hits the gap. That'll bring in one for sure. Berkey gets it in. Brings in 2 runs. That's a big clutch shot there.
That is a big hit.
Hard hit ball scores 2 for the Mustangs. Up next to the plate, number 7, Jaden Stoops.
So now your score 3-0. All you can hope for in that moment is that it doesn't cause an energy shift, doesn't change the momentum of what you're trying to do.
Right.
You got 2 outs, you got to work out of it, you got to score to win anyway. We don't have any on the board, so whether it's 1, whether it's 3, you got to get her done. So number 7 here, taking a hack at that first pitch.
Yeah, so this is their shortstop, Jaden Stuff.
Coming at her again here. Throws it just outside. Go 1-1 here. Runner on second base, hoping to keep her there. 2 outs, looking for the third one. That one goes just a little bit inside.
Oh, boy. Certainly not going to complain, but that appeared to be low to me.
We have not had that called all day.
No.
Third base coach doesn't seem to be too affected by it, but I haven't seen that one called all day. She let it roll, so get the next one. She hits it hard up the middle to Berkey, who kind of bobbles it a little bit, which is going to put another runner across the board.
Number 8, Amanda Holzeder.
So 3 runs in for the Mustangs in this inning. They got the number 4 hitter, Amanda Holzeder, up, a runner on first.
So this is their first baseman. Their last game, she went 3 for 4.
Yeah, with a home run
Yeah,
that
with
was
a
a shot.
dinger. So she is a junior, from what I'm told, and she's kind of a stud, but she's looking to go maybe next level, but playing good softball. She takes one high. I missed what he called the first pitch. Did you?
I think
Was
I think
1-1?
it's 1-1.
1-1. Audrey's looking to get one for herself here. Maybe
Got
make
time.
a play. Got plenty of time.
Nice job.
She recovers. We get the last out there at first base. Now it's our turn to come in here and do some work.
Yeah, so the Mustangs score 3 in the top of the 7th to go ahead 4-0, and really, you know, our side of the notepad is pretty bare, and with
Yeah.
my bad writing, it's even easy to read. We got 2 hits by our leadoff hitter Lily Burke, and Georgia Bankston got on, was hit by a pitch.
Hit hard by a pitch.
Yes,
She
Jordan
wore that
Schwantz
one.
was on a base on balls, and that's all the activity we've had.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be curious to see. I think Jordan's leading us off if they're going to make that same choice or if they're going to let her swing this time, being that they have a 4-0 lead.
yeah, well, it seems silly to walk her
I would
now,
agree.
right? You know, the only thing it would do is
Keep
keep their morale up.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, give us an energy booster if she did crank one. But yeah, I mean, you know, let's face it, our next 3 hitters, their only job is to get on base.
Yep, absolutely.
It doesn't matter if they hit it out, if they get hit by a pitch,
Nope.
if they walk, they just have to be on base.
Yeah. Our next 3 are super valuable, so let's hope that they get into the box with that mentality.
Yeah, and so the Menomonie pitcher, Marlett, only has 1 strikeout. So it's not like we haven't been putting the ball in play. So
Right.
this is certainly possible.
I've seen stranger things happen in this game. The game of softball, I mean.
Yes.
I mean, it's you got to play right to the last out.
And they are walking her again.
I had a feeling she's not happy about it, but I guess I don't fully understand that move. Our fans certainly don't like it. I don't fully understand that.
No,
Choice?
doesn't make any sense to me. The only thing you're
guess-
doing is keeping the momentum.
Right, and I guess they're relying on the bottom of the order not producing, but like we had the conversation before, we know they can because Berkey has so many RBIs. So stranger things have happened. That was an interesting choice.
It was. Yeah, I certainly would not want to be a high school coach, but it is easy to second guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, especially from up here.
Absolutely. Yep. I mean, there's obviously she knows what she's doing. She's a stud athlete. I know a little bit of her background, and there's probably a method to the madness, and see what happens.
So we got Mo Kivel up, sophomore first baseman.
She takes a good hack, fouls it back to the baseball field, bounces under their bleachers.
I would have to say the softball fans yell heads up a lot louder than
Yeah.
the baseball. When the baseball ball flies over here, it's like, hey, heads up.
Yeah.
You know.
They don't seem to be too fazed by it. That one goes way outside. That almost appeared intentional to see what Schwantz did over at first base there. A little pitch out because they had room for it. She takes a high hack at that ball. So we got a 2-2 count, runner on 1, no outs. Had an intentional walk from the leadoff, or for the leadoff. Kivel is able to push her to second base into scoring position.
One out brings up number 25, Danny Pellinger.
Which brings Danny, who's swinging a good bat.
Yep, freshman right fielder, Danny Pellinger.
She's looking to move Schwancy around. Hits one hard up the
Nice.
middle. That's Matt's gonna hold her up. And with the bobble in center field, she moves around and scores.
Two outs and a score on the board with a great hit by Danny, the freshman Pellinger. Up next, number 2, Alexis Ralston.
So a intentional walk to Schwantz, and then a hit by Pellinger gets us 1 on the board.
That was a
Brings
great
up
shot up the middle. That's a good gap shot. It's a good attack.
Yeah, no, and you know, I feel like the shortstop kind of froze a little bit
Yeah.
when Schwantz led off.
I mean, I would too. If you had Schwantz running
Yep.
at you, I would freeze and see what happens. But Schwantz did it all right. She didn't interfere with the play.
Oh boy, we got the tying run at the plate,
We
Leah.
sure do. We sure do.
Nice base hit by Alexis Ralston. I think was that
Absolutely.
right through the pitcher's
That went right
legs.
between her legs, yeah. And I don't know if it hit her cleat or if it hit the mound, but it then kind of changed the trajectory of the ball, so the shortstop couldn't quite get to it. She made a great effort, but she couldn't quite get there. Got Coach Smith over here giving some advice to Ava, who's about to step into the box here. Runners on 1 and 2. One out.
We've doubled our hit total in this inning.
In 1 inning. Here we go.
Yeah, prior to that,
They like to make it interesting around here.
we had 2 hits, both by Lily Burke and now we just had 2 in a row by Danny Pellinger and Alexis Ralston. Ava Larson, sophomore third baseman's at the plate. She flew out to the second baseman at first at bat and struck out in her second.
I feel a little bit like maybe she's due for one. She's a strong kid. She's a good kid. She plays good defense.
Yep, got a good swing.
She does. She does. She wants it. She wants it bad. And sometimes you just got to settle into that swing and let it happen. But she's hungry for it, and I can respect that.
Ooh.
That's the best kind of foul ball there is right there. Straight back. She's right on it. She's ready to go. So we got 1 out, runners on 1 and 2. She's got an 0-2 count, looking to battle in the box and hopefully move those runners around. She takes the high ball, which is a good take. Doesn't attack it. This is a duel for sure. She gets under one, but it goes foul. Bounces into the baseball diamond.
I'm always amazed at people that just tuck their head.
Yeah,
The first thing I do is turn around because I'm going to try to
right.
catch it so it doesn't hit me in the head.
Right. And those bounces, people underestimate them. I've seen them bounce up and hit people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt.
So you got to be aware of that, too. That's a tough one to take a strike on the outside corner there, but brings up the younger Kibble. We got 2 outs, runners on 1 and 2.
Yeah, if I wasn't taking my new approach of not questioning balls and strikes, I would have say that was maybe outside.
It was close, but I can appreciate you subtly questioning it through your non-questioning. That was crafty, Paul. It's crafty.
It's taken me a lot of years to come to that approach.
Listen, if you're going to be terrible, be consistently terrible, right?
Right.
And the umpire actually has been really good.
Oh, no, yeah. No,
I don't have any
without a
complaints.
doubt. Without a doubt. All right, Sid Kivel, we need a hit out of you, kid. She get it?
That's a great gap shot. Excellent work. That's going to score at least 1. Matt's going to hold up Alexis at third there. Pushes Danny across the plate and brings up the top of our order. That is an excellent, clutch, timely hit.
So we have 2 outs, our hottest hitter up,
I love it. I love
and
it.
we are down by 2, right?
I believe
Yeah.
that's correct. I guess I should fix the
4-2.
score so Kevin doesn't yell at me again.
Leah's doing the scorebook on
She's not doing a very good job.
but you're doing it on
She
the
needs to fix
scoreboard.
that.
Oh, and they're walking
They
Lily.
intentionally walk Berkey, which might be a move, but when I see JB, Jordan, and Jordan behind her, that's a gamble I don't know that I would take, but we'll see what happens here.
So that's 3
I
intentional
like
walks.
it. Yeah, I like it.
But, you know, Georgia's had some big hits this year.
She has, and she can hit the ball hard. She can bunt. Not that we would call for that in this situation, but she's got multiple tools in her belt, and maybe they're hoping that she's only really presented bunt tonight, so
Yeah, and so she
putting her to the test, but I'll take that.
She had a sack bunt in the first inning, a sack bunt in the 4th inning, and got hit by a pitch in the 6th inning.
So they're looking for her to try to have to do something else. I think she can. So we'll see what happens here. Bases are juiced, 2 outs.
Get out of there.
Get a foul ball.
And we've got Kenna Cook. It looks like Kenna Cook is running for Sid Kivel at second base, so we got some good speed.
Yes.
Got some good speed
was
out there.
A good move there. Put her on the bases.
Their outfielders are in.
JB's good for a line drive to the right side over the second baseman's head, so I'm hoping that we could maybe put that into the universe here, Paul.
Yes, that would be big. Oh, get going. Run hard.
Hits a hard grounder, and they do get the force out at second base. So that'll make your final 4-2.
Great play by both teams. Menomonie with the winning score, 4-2. Takes the sweep.
But that's a fought game. Like, that's a hard-fought game. They didn't give up. They didn't roll over. They came into the last inning looking to score 4 and make it go into extras. They were looking for it. They were hungry.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to kid you. I mean, my hands were sweating pretty good there.
Yeah.
I was getting pretty excited. You know, bottom of the lineup came through really big at the end of that.
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
the end of that. You know, we had 2 hits going into that inning, and we had, you know, Jordan Swanscott walked intentionally. Then we
Yeah.
had a hit by Pellinger, a hit by Ralston, and a hit by Sidney Kivel. So
Yeah.
that would be our 6, 7, and 9 hitters.
Yeah, the bottom of the order at the last inning there. They came in clutch. They did their job.
Yeah, well, and then you know it kind of looked like in the top of the 7th for the Mustangs there, they you know had a couple. Well, I'd say their last run was maybe we could have prevented that.
Yeah, I would
but
agree.
You know, so it could have even been a little closer. But in general, that was a nice played game on both sides of the field.
I would agree. Yeah, that was good softball on both sides.
Yeah, had some good plays in the field and good pitching on both sides.
Yeah, we went from a very obvious defensive pitching battle to a very obvious offensive battle in the last inning there.
Yeah.
So we got to see a little bit of it all.
Yeah, well, I kind of mentioned that after the end of the, you know, what we went through both orders, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Yep,
3, 1,
yep.
2, 3, and you know when we got back around to that second round of everybody getting a look, I thought, okay, now they're you know
Ready to
they're
go.
gonna have a lot better chance to, you know,
Yeah.
get some hits, and really neither team right away then in the 4th inning did a whole lot either.
No, they didn't.
It really took till the 7th inning
To
before
come alive.
before they got a couple
For sure.
different looks. But, well, you know, as we call out sunglasses, Greg Peters does, you know, Leah has some aviators on today because
I was trying to
she-
bring the energy that I was.
because she looks pretty smooth in them. And I see Lincoln McCarty's down here, and he's got some pretty flaming glasses on as well.
He heard that was the cool thing to do.
Yeah.
So Lynn set a trend, and now we're all just trying to be like her. So
yeah, my sister's trying to give me directions while we're on the broadcast, and
yeah,
I don't know what I'm.
is
I
that
don't-
the
That-
field is named after her? Is that
yeah,
accurate?
it is, and that look, she's been giving me that look for about 50 years.
Sure, sure. So
and
you're
it-
just like, I can't do anything with that.
Yeah, right.
I love it.
So-
Are we tasked now with? No.
No, I think we're giving those out for wins. I
Okay.
think.
I wasn't sure if it was.
I think that's what we're doing, but
All right.
we will. So we'll probably. Biggest question is, do we know how to turn off the computer?
We do. I'm not stressed about that. I think we can handle that.
Well, and thanks to Steve Pellinger. He was manning the camera over there on the first base side for.
He was. He does a nice
for the
job
game.
over there.
Steve does a nice job with everything he does. He's meticulous, and everything he does is perfection,
Yeah, he gets it done. You give him a task, and boom, there
Yep.
it is.
without a
So
doubt.
there is no messing around. I appreciate that about him.
So,
But we will. You can see the team debrief in there. I'm sure talking a little bit about the run there. But we are going to thank you for tuning in. Thanks again to our sponsors. And Paul, when's our next game?
I believe we have a game tomorrow at 4 and 7 in Wausau
Yeah, you guys
against.
got to do some traveling there.
Yeah, that'll be some traveling, and then I don't think we play Monday, and then Tuesday I think we're home.
Okay.
and it might be against Rice Lake. I looked all this stuff up, and I did know it at one time,
I can believe that.
but I think
buy
it is Rice Lake. But I do want to say thank you, Leah, for doing this broadcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's super fun to have you up here with all your knowledge.
It's been a good time. I like when you're right, and you're right a lot when we're up here, so I like that. I'm going to keep coming back.